All right, I'm on hole number 9 of the Euro Champions Tournament. I am Tuesday's qualifying around the rookie division. I'm in my 77 account, and we're qualifying today. So I finally, on that last hole, I put myself up there. So now I don't think, I think I could forfeit. No, I couldn't. I don't even know if forfeiting would knock me out. So I'm stuck. Hole number 6. Now there's a bunch of ways to go with this, and I'm going to do, man. Okay, so this is what happened the last time we played the Senate tournament. I'm going to do a plus 10% to the cup. I'm not sure which way the wind's blowing. I think the last few times we've played here, we've had to push. I think the wind was blowing like in this direction, and I think this time it's blowing in this direction. And I'm going to do 10% on the drive to keep me out of this sand because I've just found that that I need to do a 10% adjustment on drive. If you put max topspin on your extra mile, you can get out into this range, and if you're out in that range, you're either coming around, you're doing the rough bump, you're doing something like that. If you really want to come this way around it, it's better to be kind of like right at the midway section. You're losing a little bit of distance here, but here you got to bring it farther around the bend in order to get it over there, whereas here at least you can see it. I'm going to go for the shot going out here because I'm exploring my options over in this area. And I tried a rough bump the other day, and there is a rough bump there. And I was playing my buddy Hammer and Hank one day, and some of the holes that we were playing, like I had them dialed, and some of the holes he had dialed, and this was one that he had dialed. He's got an eagle or an Albie shot doing that rough bump, but it is slim. I mean, you want to talk about narrow. But there's several shots that are from down there, and I want to explore those shots. So I have no idea at this very second, like which one I'm going to take, but I'm going to explore that area. So even though I'm qualifying today, I'm still practicing the holes, trying to see what I can learn about them. I haven't picked a pony yet, but then I can go back and practice that in my practice account. I'm going to bring a Kingmaker. And in my practice account, I'll bring a Titan. That's all I need. Now, if you're going to take the shot going on the right-hand side and you're just laying up to the middle and you have lower developed clubs, a Guardian is your friend because you can go in there and you can make it with a 3-power ball. You can make it all the way to the green side. And you can go in there and you can do max backspin, side spin, curl, and it's guaranteed to land on the green. I mean, it's like you'd have to hit it. I don't even know if you hit it 3 rings, it's going to go over there. Okay, it's 3.8. I'm going to add on 10%, so that's 4. So it's like 4.2, 4.1. 2 rings is 4.2. It's a nice round number. Hitting it perfect. And let's see if the bounces go through like on this, like where I was aiming towards the middle. Like I can clear that sand there. If you bring a 3-power ball and you've got topspin, you can clear that sand. So if you have an extra mile 8, you can clear that sand. You got an extra mile 7 or an extra mile 6 or a 5, you may not be able to clear it. And so I think the adjustment is like wanting to be in the center of that little finger. My teammate Mike D was in and up in the sand a lot, and we worked on this hole and went back and like really looked at the shots to see like where we were landing, because I was getting the shots to go through even when I hit a great, like looking at where they were landing on perfect shots and seeing like was the wind adjustment actually effective. Okay, there's a shot from over here. There is a rough bump, and it is freaking narrow. 2.1 rings. I'm not going to do any elevation adjustment. I'm just going to hit it. Hitting it perfect. Now that has got to be one of the most dangerous rough bumps out there because there's no room to the left or the right because of those trees. You're getting to the spot where your bounce is going underneath, like the trunk's coming up and you're going underneath of the branches before they come back down towards the ground. And there is no room for error there. I'm definitely not a fan of that shot. The last time we played this in a tournament, I was dinking around over here on this side and trying to see what my shots were. And I got to the point where they were so damn dangerous that I brought a Guardian and I went to the other side, and you can get super close, but it very rarely will ever go in because it's got curl in it. And so it's like totally, it's like totally inconsistent. When you have those kind of shots where you're using max curl, and it's always better if you're doing a shot like that coming into the cup that you work the shot out with max curl. What you do is you find a spot out on the green where you can triangulate your ring set. And you find a spot on the left or the right, or a spot on the bottom and the left, or the bottom and the right, and where you can put it back in that spot every time. And then when you put the max backspin, max side spin, max curl on it, it ends up on the left-hand side of the cup. So you need to move it over to the right. And so you know where your ring sets are at. So you're going to move it over a quarter of a ring or a half a ring to the right. So you're still your white ring off on the bottom, but you're now moving into your clear ring, or moving into your white ring. I will forfeit. Now let's practice. Let's practice. I'll give you guys some bonus content. I'm practicing these holes. This is the last deal. Look at all those moguls. Look at all the movement that's on the screen. I'm going to stay away from all that shit. Let's see if my opponent will let me play or if they're going to forfeit. I'm using a kingmaker, and I'm at minimum club. I'm going to do 1.2. I think I did too much last time. I did 1.5, and I think I'm going to do 1.2. So it'll be 3.6. I'm going to do a little over that. So I'm going to do a 10% wind or 20% wind adjustment. That's 3.8. That was 3.2. That was 3.6 plus 2. Man, look at my math. I'm all over the place. And then I hit a great. It was 1.2 per ring, so that's 3.6 for 3, and then I added on just a little. And I hit it one ring great to the left, and it ended up one ring great to the left. That shot's got potential. The deal is I'm going to hit that hole every time with a kingmaker. And I think this is why Hammer and Hank uses a kingmaker all the time, because he hits these par threes with kingmakers all the time, because he plays kingmakers on all the par fours and par fives if he's not using a bigger ball. I mean, whenever he uses a three power ball, it's a kingmaker. Why wouldn't you? Because you're taking the wind out on both shots, or you're doing the thing. Occasionally, if it's a wind deal, you'll use another one. But if you set up those par threes with a kingmaker, then you get used to them with a kingmaker, and you don't have to change it but you got to blow through a lot of kingmakers. All right, minus 14 in the qualifying round. I didn't get any lag. I'm super excited. I didn't get any lag, so I'm gonna try and stream. I'm gonna do odd. I'm gonna do a practice round just like I did right here, and then I'm gonna stream my opening round in odd and see how it goes, and see if I'm getting lag on that connection, or if I've fixed some of this problem. All right, that was hole number 9 of the Euro Champions qualifying round. And it's Tuesday's round in the rookie division. Thanks for watching.